The world is filled with places steeped in secrets and mysteries, but few are as eerie as Denver Airport, and it's precisely this story that we're going to share with you in today's video. Before we embark on today's adventure through the eerie corridors of Denver International Airport and its web of mysteries, make sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications for Brain Outside the Box. Join us as we decode the secrets and challenge the known. Ready for the truth? Let's dive in. This place is surrounded by bizarre theories ranging from murals that contain omens and apocalyptic messages to underground tunnels hiding secret societies, the Illuminati cabal that rules the Earth, or even alien civilizations from far-flung galaxies. The airport is located 25 miles from the city of Denver, Colorado, in the United States. According to the passenger traffic statistics, the airport was the third busiest in the United States last year, being the largest in terms of land area, and a very important hub for the region, concentrating numerous domestic and international flights, including transcontinental, with more than 200 direct destinations. During the year the data were collected, about 70 million people passed through it. You can grasp its significance, right? It's likely because of this that all the theories that have been raised about it have been so widely spread and are known by millions of people, even those who have never been and perhaps may never have the chance to visit it. Many believe that its construction was excessively expensive and time-consuming, which raised suspicions that something more than a mere airport was being built behind or beneath it, using a facade to hide the truth. The construction began in 1989 and was originally supposed to cost about $1.7 billion. However, the final construction cost soared to over $4.8 billion, making it one of the most expensive airports ever built. Furthermore, more than 110 million cubic yards of earth were removed from the construction area, which is far more than would be necessary for such a structure, reinforcing the theory that something else was also built on the site, especially underground out of the public's view. The more skeptical say that these underground structures simply house tunnels for train circulation, or even to accommodate other elements that are common at airports, such as parking lots or storage areas. However, many speculate that in fact these spaces were built to house something much larger than a mere parking lot, such as the headquarters for a possible New World Order. Among the elements that most intrigue people are the sculptures and artworks that possess an aesthetic that's at least puzzling and convey contradictory messages, leading to the belief that something is being communicated in a subliminal way through their content. One of the most famous is right at the entrance of the building, a huge blue horse with red eyes, known as the Blue Mustang, in reference to the breed and color of the animal. But it's actually known by the nickname Blucifer, because of its supposed true meaning. Some claim that the statue is a representation of the fourth horseman of the apocalypse, and that the glowing red eyes represent evil. Others speculate that it is a manifestation of the devil himself. Blucifer was created by artist Luis Jimenez, who tragically died while working on the sculpture, when a part of it fell and fatally struck him. The statue was completed by other artists after his death. For many, this is the irrefutable proof of the artwork's malevolent aspect. Another element, perhaps the main one that supports many of these theories, are the murals painted by the artist Leo Tanguma. In total, there are 2 works that are divided into 2 sections each, amounting to 4 panels. They were created with the intention of conveying messages about peace and harmony. At least that's what was promised in their titles, but their content seems to be quite contradictory, which has given rise to these suppositions. In the first section of the mural, called Children of the World Dream of Peace, we see a soldier wearing a gas mask and uniforms reminiscent of the soldiers from the German dictatorship in World War II. The executioner wields a gun in one hand and a sword in the other, which strikes a white dove, the symbol of peace. Many say that this sword represents the model found in the emblem of the Shriners, an organization linked to Freemasonry. In addition to these elements, the depiction also includes a series of mothers with their limp children in their arms, children sleeping in rubble, and a letter in the lower corner that carries a message from a 14-year-old child who perished in a concentration camp. In front of the soldier, a kind of gas is seen, which gradually transforms into a rainbow and exits the image on the left side, leading to the second section of the work. In this second section, we see various children representing the ethnicities and nations of the world, wrapping weapons in their flags and seemingly handing them over to a blonde boy in formal attire, which is attributed to the style used in a specific region of Germany, Bavaria, known for being the cradle of the Illuminati organization. Thus, supposedly, this image depicts the birth of the New World Order, with the survivors of a series of disasters that will afflict the world. In the next work titled In Peace and Harmony with Nature, the contradictions seem even greater. This is because despite the title, what is depicted is exactly the opposite. 3 women are fainting in tombs or coffins at the bottom, some deadened stuffed animals just above, and at the top, the devastation of a forest through a fire. And as if that weren't enough, in the background there is also a city with an apparent aura of destruction, including a green shape surrounding it that resembles a toxic gas, which quickly brings to mind the figure of the soldier with the gas mask from the previous panel. Next, in the following section, the setting appears to be more optimistic, yet still not uplifting. This is because people of various ethnicities seem to be celebrating the conquest of peace, including the animals that previously appeared dead, denoting a harmonious connection with nature. But things still seem odd. The clothing and elements contained in the representation elude our understanding of what truly presents itself as harmony. Moreover, the plant in the center, colorful and unlike anything we know, also causes a sense of estrangement, leading people to cite that it represents the takeover of power by the New World Order, celebrating with their new cultures and species atop those who were defeated so that they could survive. All these theories are reinforced and fueled by a claim that Denver International Airport houses secret underground facilities intended to serve as survival shelters in case of an apocalypse or global disaster. It is believed that these underground facilities are equipped with supplies and resources to keep the global elite safe during times of crisis. This theory is often linked to the idea that a global elite plans catastrophic events to reduce the world population and consolidate their control over the planet's resources. Denver International Airport would thus be the epicenter of these sinister plans, and the illustrations would be predictions or representations of how these events would unfold. Another significant connection made is regarding the airport's relationship with the institution of Freemasonry. We have seen that there may be more discreet symbols like the sword of the soldier painted on the mural, but there are other much more explicit elements such as the Masonic capstone placed in the Great Hall, the main hall of the entire building. According to these theories, this is a clear proof regarding the airport's plans about the New World Order, since Freemasonry itself is often identified as one of the organizations responsible for these events, along with the Illuminati, for example, especially because below that cornerstone a time capsule was buried, to which many attribute various mysteries. The inscription on the monument reads, "The time capsule beneath this stone contains messages and memorabilia for the people of Colorado in 2094. For many, the time capsule may hold secret information or documents that are of interest to a global elite, or that may be linked to a sinister plan." The proponents of these theories claim that the time capsule is a way to preserve crucial information for the future, including plans related to global governance. But let's look at the facts. The likelihood that all of this is true is quite probable, don't you agree? Moreover, more recently, Denver International Airport had to undergo renovations and humorously used these theories as a way to promote its image and capitalize on the moment when it became famous for the dissemination of these suspicions. Regarding the elements attributed to the theories, all are easily refuted. For instance, the increase in construction costs of the airport can be explained by a variety of factors, such as planning errors, delays, and changes in the project. After all, we are talking about the largest airport by land area in the United States. Furthermore, the interpretation of artwork is highly subjective, and the meaning attributed to the murals and sculptures in the airport varies from person to person. Additionally, the presence of Masonic symbols in architecture is not unique to Denver International Airport, and is not in itself evidence of a conspiracy. Freemasonry is a significant international institution that is not secret, but has secrets, and has played a crucial historical role in various works and even in the founding of entire cities. To attribute all this to the emergence of a new world order, or to a hidden global elite underground might be a bit too much, don't you think? Perhaps not. So I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.